Welcome again, everybody, for another episode of the Down with the Buffaloes podcast. We've got a double header today. We already had Alex Laley on earlier. Gareth's got his internet connection issues sorted out now. We've got a really good show on for you tonight. We've got a first husband and wife couple, Ina Kaplan and German Kaplan. Should we get them in, Gareth, and start having
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this one. Let's just get them straight on and we get straight into it.
Yeah, brilliant. Right. Yeah, let's get them in. Guys, thanks for joining us, Ina and John Kaplan. Well done. Thanks for joining on. Now, I know, just getting things off here, I know you've met Gareth. I've not met you personally myself, so I don't really tend to go around the Euro tours just yet. But I know you met Gareth earlier. Gareth, was it in Austria? I think you said you met them initially.
Absolutely. Yep. It was just really by chance, really. How I met the first one of the two of them, where I certainly my eyes were focused on, was Jorn. I saw him playing Torsten Homan, and he took him down like a buffalo, and I was quite impressed. And I wanted to know a bit more, and so I didn't know at the time that Ina was they were husband and wife. And I started speaking to Ina, and she told me she was so proud that her husband had just beaten Torsten, and we got chatting, and I met him in Austria in the Euro Tour this year. So I've met Ina again in Italy this year.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. Hi guys, nice being here.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, a first husband and wife couple to come on the chat. It's really good actually. But where did you all get started in pool? I mean, did you meet each other playing pool, or I don't know? You're gonna have to fill me in on a bit of information there. How did that all happen?
Should I? Yeah. We met in 2010. I was in a tournament, of course, in a pool tournament in northern Germany, and he was in the final.
I lost the finals. Yeah.
But we got to know each other, and we really liked each other.
Worked quite
right
well.
away, and we got married in 2012. So now 11 years. Together, and we're playing a lot of pool. Me actually a little bit more than Jörn.
Me not that much anymore.
That's a match made in heaven, isn't it? When you combine partners that are totally dedicated to the same sport, that's one in a million.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, no,
it helps
great.
A lot.
Absolutely.
I learned a lot. Yeah.
So have you got your own table, or do you just go to a club? I mean, have you got room for a table there where you are, or how do you?
Actually, we are looking at it. So,
I can show you around.
Oh wow, let's have a look. Look at this.
You see it?
Is that a dynamic?
Oh, wow.
What table? Is that a dynamic 3? I don't know.
That's a Sam K Steel 2.
Oh, K Steel 2.
Wow, that's
we
fantastic.
don't get the luxury of K Steel 2s in the UK. I mean, we just have the original K Steel at a lot of the clubs we play on. But I've got a dynamic 2 myself though that I practice on. Brilliant table, but this K Steels are bulletproof. But
I'm not like I feel left out. I have to go to the local club and just scrimp and scrape and just play when I can.
So what do you do? Invite it out for the who's cooking the dinner? Race to 5. Loser.
He always cooks, so no.
Yeah. So we don't have to fight that one out. No.
Okay.
That's handy. So yes, well, I say I met you guys. I met you guys in Austria last year, just at the Euro Tour, and I was so impressed with the way that you played it out there, Ina and Jorn. Your wife certainly took the interest of ability in the women's division of the Euro Tour. And I was very fortunate. I was able to go to the Euro Tour in Italy this year, and I bumped into her again, along with lots of other your compatriots out there. And again, your missus stole the show there. And Ina, please, first of all, can I just we did do a quick interview when we was out in Italy. And could you tell us a bit about your sponsorship and who sponsors you at the moment? And then we'll go into what I believe, what I've seen as a future world champion.
Yeah, of course. My main sponsor is Mass Cues. I really love the cues, and it was quite funny because Jörn played Mass before me, so he actually he plays the same cue like me, and I just got the sponsorship from Mass Cues, and now I have the whole equipment from Mass, and I really it's really cool. And then I have at home billiard. It's like a billiard shop in Germany, and yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Elektro Juncker is also a company that yeah, supports me, and I'm really glad that I have these sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. What about yourself, Jorn? Are you backed by anyone? Do you first of all, do you play as much, Jorn, as Ina?
No, I don't play as much anymore. I played competitive, I would say, really competitive until something like, I don't know, 8.
Before we met.
Yeah, something like, yeah, I would say something like 10 years ago. Basically, I think it stopped with the IPT going down.
Well, me and Alex spoke about that earlier today. And I didn't realise. I mean, he said it was a couple of tournaments, but maybe it was. I mean, I can remember when that started going off, and it was like everyone was the next big thing with all this money coming into the game, 8-ball and the IPT and everything else. And obviously, it didn't turn out to be the success everybody wanted it to be for whatever reason. But it just goes to show that the interest's there in the game if people are ready to sort of put that sort of prize money into it, which is brilliant, really. But yeah, so you sort of you did it. You were thinking of the IPT, and then after that sort of fizzled out, it was.
I played in Reno in the IPT tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I beat Suke there, and I made it something like to the, I don't know, the 5th round. What was it? 40th place, something like that. Around that.
There was a lot of players. Yeah, there was a lot of players in that.
Yeah, 300 or something like that.
I can't even remember who won it. To be, I know I should. Was it did Efren Reyes win it or not?
Yeah, exactly. It was 500k. 500k for the winner.
You beat Rodney Morris, didn't you?
Yeah, against Rodney in the finals. And then I was qualified for, let's say, qualified for the qualifier to get this tour card. And then this qualifier was moved from Vegas to Chicago, and then from Chicago to nowhere. And I struggled getting the prize money, but actually the IPT showed me how it could be. And after that, it was kind of a dream. My dream going down. Dream went away. And then I thought, okay, maybe competitive pool will not be my future. I still love the game, but playing competitive, trying to earn money playing pool is hard. Yeah. And this, I didn't think that this will be my lifestyle, and so I decided to step away a bit. And I mean, I still play. Before then, I played internationally, European Championships, World Championships, and so on. And actually, Gareth, I'm pretty sure we have met before. I don't know, 15 years ago on the Euro Tour cycle. I think you were around there as well, if I'm not totally mistaken.
I certainly was, yeah. I was.
Yeah. And there I played almost for, I don't know, what was it, 2-3 years. I played almost every Euro Tour. But then I decided, okay, maybe a different route is the one for me.
Oh, so we've crossed paths before then. That's interesting,
We're pretty sure we did, yeah.
You might have even
because I used to love it. I used to come on the scene. Like, so I know all the old school guys like the Sukes and the Neils and all these guys. So, and I've been off the scene for quite a few years, and I've only just come back this year. So it's great meeting up with the guys. So here's a handshake to you, Jorn, from the past.
Yeah.
So your sponsor? Are you still? Have you got any sponsorship, Jorn, from Mez or anything like that?
No, not anymore. I would say I'm not that interesting for sponsors because I'm not around that much anymore, right? So I play a tournament here and there, but not that much that it would be, that would make sense to endorse me.
Yeah, sure.
And he's not looking for any sponsors too. So.
Yeah, right. So I would say the kind of sponsorships I could get would be for material, right, to get the cues. But I have the cues I like. Fortunately, I can't buy the cues I like, and so I thought maybe it's not that interesting.
Yeah, not for you.
What cues are there that you like though? That's what cues do you like, Jorn?
Actually, as Ina said, we play the same cues. So I play Mez.
When you're saying Mez, you got to say Mez, but I don't know.
I know. No, I played it first, right? I just told Ina, just ask Mez for a sponsorship, and they directly said yes. I play a Mez EC9 limited, and
me too.
Yeah, exactly. And we have the same brake cue, a Mez Power Brake G, the carbon fiber one.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not
So
too sure about the shafts on Mez cues. I mean, I know of Mez cues, but I've never used one. But do they have their own? I mean, a lot of people like to use Predator shafts, of course. You know, they get the butt and they put a Predator shaft. I mean, that's what I do. But do you use a carbon fiber shaft? Do Mez make a
Yeah.
carbon shaft? Is that what you're using? Or
Mess Ignite, it is called. Yes.
oh, okay.
I have both. I have the Mess Ignite, and I played it for 2 years. And I also have a Revo 11.8 millimeters.
Yeah.
And currently I play that one, but I tend to switch around.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
So-
Ignite is really,
It's a great
Yeah.
shaft.
It's a great cue.
I
Is that
will
what you were
never
interviewed
change.
with in Italy? Was you interviewed with the Ignite cue in Italy?
Yeah, of course. I think it was the butt of the power break.
Oh, fantastic. Well, Ina, I can't wait just to narrow you down now, because I certainly I want to talk about your game. You know, I saw. I've been around cue sports. I'm in my 50s now. I've been around cue sports for many years. We're starting from snooker when I was 16, 17. So I've seen a lot of the greats come through in snooker, like the John Higgins, the Ronnie O'Sullivans. I've seen the Jason Shaws come through, all different disciplines of pool. The Darren Appletons in English pool and into American pool. Now, you're a lady that has got my full attention in regards to ability for the ladies on an American pool table. Now, how long have you been playing the game? And then I cannot stress enough what I've seen, and I can't get across enough how good you are. And I'm really not exaggerating, because I think your results, they tell a story. So how long have you been playing a game, Ina? And yeah, that's the first question. How long have you been playing? And what got you into it?
I play now 20 years exactly. So I'm not a really young player anymore. I started playing at 16, when I was 16, and my father taught me the game, and I went to a club, and somebody asked me if I want to join a real club and get to know the game better. And yeah, I think they knew that I was talented. And after that I played like every day and after school, and that was my whole life then. And but actually there's like when you think about what you want in life, and do you want to play professional or earn your money from it and everything, it's like Jörn said, I wanted kids, and I want a family, I want another life. So I'm not a professional player. I have a full-time job actually. And so it's I play a lot pool, but not so professional anymore. Yeah.
So how many Euro tours have you?
I won 4, I think. No. Yeah.
And is that over the course of the last few years, like last 2 or 3 years, last 5 years, or what's it there?
I won my first, I think it was 2014 in Treviso, actually.
Oh, okay.
In Italy, that's my favorite Euro tour, because I always play good there. I won 2 times, and I was in 3 finals, and the last time I was in the semis. So I don't know. It's really a good. Because
I watched that game. I watched the semi-final game. You had some very unlucky. I certainly believe that your opponent got quite a few rolls in that game. I know. I think, what was the score? I think it was something like 6-2, wasn't it? 6-3, something like that. But that certainly.
I think it was. I lost 7-3 in the end.
Right.
And,
okay.
Yeah, but it was quite tough. But also I didn't got into the game. I played some poor shots, and I think that was the main part. Of course, I could have get luckier, but you have to earn it. You have to do some good shots, and then you get into it, and then you get luck. But not for me this time.
Yeah, because something that's really interesting with you guys, I'm on about the European family as a whole, is the way that the pool is played. There's so much rolling of the balls around. Like in England, we're relying on heavy stuff because we've got snooker backgrounds. We're looking at big stun shots or massive power follow through shots, but you guys just manipulate the angles and just roll balls around. It doesn't. That's phenomenal to watch because that in itself is a technique that needs to be mastered. And personally speaking, when I'm talking like that, I think that the English players struggle in that department of rolling balls. So again, this is probably why the results don't come as good for us, because we're relying on the power shots and things like that. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, it's a different game, right? Yeah,
Totally.
if you rely let's say on the snooker side of the game, then the type of shots, then you are missing out, right? Then there are a lot of shots you don't play, or maybe you don't play well. For sure, there are a lot of shots that you play much better.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. But I think, let's say, the complexity of the game, then it's less complex, but you also you can create less opportunities.
Did you play much snooker in Germany? I mean, do they have many snooker tables, or
No,
did you
not
ever play
really.
any
No,
snooker?
not really. You really have to look for one to find one. So no, there are not many. I think the
purely
last time I played snooker is, I don't know, maybe.
And the snooker and pool
Oh, right.
tournaments.
I played a tournament. I played a tournament where we could play pool
It
and
was last
snooker.
week. I played a
No, it
tournament.
was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah. So I would say I play snooker every few years.
Yeah, I mean it's a different game altogether, of course,
Right.
isn't it? I mean the balls react differently off the cushions. There are different size of balls, but your cueing action does have to be. It's less forgiving, snooker is,
That's right.
than American pool. But yeah, totally different games. But one thing I was going to ask Ina, I mean, obviously you're playing really well. I mean, you've been getting some really good results. I mean, how do you sort of attribute yourself to doing that? Because at some point, any player in the game, in the career of playing pool, you might know that you're good enough to be winning these tournaments, but you might not be able to do it for whatever reason. But how do you sort of go from that level to the next level to be able to what did you think you did in your game or mine to be able to just take it to the next level? Because a lot of players, they're at that level, but they just can't go to the next level to make the breakthrough. But how do you think you managed to do that? Did you do anything in particular?
Probably kicking yours off on that table behind them. Probably beating your husband on that table behind you.
Yeah. No, actually, it was quite a few years ago when I started to really train to just. I played a lot the playing ability test from Ralph Eckert. I don't know if you know that. In Germany, it's quite
No, you
common.
have to elaborate on that a little bit. Was it like you set the balls up a certain way and take them out,
Yeah.
and then you get points or something, and you have a system?
Yeah, you have certain situations, and you always try to pot the balls and.
It's a set of drills, you could say, right?
Yeah, you get points out of it and everything. And I trained that a lot. And then in 2009, it was there I won my the first German championships. And before that, I was always struggling in the final rounds because I got nervous and couldn't get my stroke. And after that, after the training, it was like a click. It was like you can do that because you trained so much.
That's
and
interesting. So it was the actual. I mean, I always go on about the mental side of the game because I think that's really interesting. But that sounds it's just more like a practice side of the game rather than a mental side of the game.
But it's like both ways. It's like always a mental side and always a practicing. So when you practice a lot, you are mentally in a good shape too, that supports the mental side, of course, because you are certain that your shot is straight and that you can pop the balls you trained and everything. So that's a good point that you can always tell yourself in mental programs that you're so good and you can do it and everything, but you actually have to put the hours on the table to get there.
Yeah.
So it's both ways.
I get that, but you know, if you're on hill, you know, you got a tough run out. You're on hill. It's the semi-final to get into the final. It's
Don't go
difficult
down like a
sometimes.
buffalo.
It's difficult sometimes to you know, to all them hours of practice, and even at that, sometimes you're still thinking in your mind, you're feeling it. Sometimes it's a difficult thing to be able to put it. Yeah.
Well, I think I witnessed that. I think, am I correct in saying that you'd had 2 hill games with Pia Filler in Italy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I witnessed.
No, it was not 2. It was not. It was the first.
Yeah, or was it 7-5?
Both close, right?
Yeah, the second one I won 7-5, so it was close, but not.
Yeah. So I've witnessed that, and I say from what I saw in that game. Again, for me, it was just like what you're talking about, going through the routines and having the confidence and the mental approach to take the balls out. Your play didn't change from the very first rack till the very last ball that you potted. So again, what you're talking about going through the drills certainly held out and held to its own. So I commend you for that.
Yeah, but there's a second thing I have to talk about, because I was in the European Championship finals 3 times, and I lost 3 times. So it was really hard. The hardest part was when I was 6-2 up against Kamila Kocheva, Belgian player, and I lost 7-6. So that was really tough for me. It was like I was just.
Was that the most recent European Championship?
But no, it was 5 years ago or something. I don't know. But yeah, then I after that I was like, playing more and more. But then I got the mental program from Niels.
Yes.
Niels Fine, the mental edge for competitive pool players, and that was in the Corona time. It was 2020 or something. Yeah, and that helped me a lot too. And I think after that, it was in 2021 I won the European Championships in straight pool, and I was down like 20 balls or something. I was down, and I thought, okay, that's it, because Amalia Matas was like, she needed 5 balls or something, and she was, there was an open table, and she missed, and I was like, okay, stand up now. You have to shoot the balls now. And there was, I think I needed like 20 balls, and I got them, and I was like, over the moon. And I think that was
kind of a breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
It gives you that belief, doesn't it? I mean, a bit winning a tournament like that, or from that, from being behind to run something out like that. I mean, it just gives you that belief sometimes, doesn't it? With that mental thing from Niels, did you speak to Niels personally about any of that, or was it just a case of getting the pro? Because I think I've seen that advertised that he does, but did you speak to him or anything in person about anything, or was it just a case of getting it?
Not really. I just did the course, and I helped him translate the course to a little bit in German, so there's a German translation for that. And it's another perspective to the mental side. It's and I'm really I don't know, it's so strange sometimes, because when you are too into the mental side of the game, then you're always overthinking, or I don't know, maybe too many strategies in your head or something, and you're away from the potting, from the pool table actually. And this is, I don't know, it's like you have to get both straight:
on the
pool
balance
table, the training, and the practice, the technique and everything, and potting the balls, and the mental strategies to get your head straight, and the attitude and everything. So it's quite complicated.
Is this something Jorn, is this something that you've gone through in the past in regards to what Ina's talking about now, going through that before you decided to sort of come off the professional stage? Is that a process that you took on your career? The mental side. Of it.
Fortunately, I would say I was mentally always very
so
strong.
good.
I really could rely a lot on my fundamentals, and yeah, I would say I used to not struggle too much if there's heavy pressure on. Actually, I like the pressure. I play better when I'm under pressure.
Yeah, me too.
And so yeah, I thinking of if I had some
I like
kind of
winding my opponent up. If I'm under pressure, I like actually winding them up. You know?
Yeah. Okay. I see. So maybe it was a different part. I would say for me it was more yeah, how to say that, taking it seriously, take it seriously enough. Really, I was never the one practicing too much or putting hours into drills. More playing around, having fun playing. So I would say that would have helped me more if I was back in the days when I was playing more. I would have put more time into that. Yeah. Fortunately, the mental side was quite okay. But if you want to learn the mental side, Niels would be the go-to guy because he's a mental monster. I played with him in the German Bundesliga, in the German highest league, together in Oberhausen. So I've played together with him, and so I know that he's great.
We played in the Bundesliga team. We played 2 weeks ago or something. Yeah. We played against Oberhausen with our club Siegtal, and I played him. I played against Niels, and I was up 5-1.
5-1 and 9
to
ball.
9. Race to 9. So I played really good, and he struggled a bit, and then he was like, "Okay, now game on," and he just made no mistakes anymore.
Yeah, because just recently, actually, I saw them post on Facebook. They put a picture up. Would I be right in saying Mark Bisterbosch was there as well?
Yeah, right.
Okay,
I played him. Yeah,
in the car doing a journey to Germany. So, okay, that fits in with that.
Yeah,
right. Fits in nicely. So, you're again. You mentioned about the IPT and like that. After that, you sort of like went up. You just thought, basically, it's not for me. But what about the matchroom events, Jorn? Because if you're a part-time player, and I watched your game against Homan. I watched probably about 80% of it. If you're a part-time player and you can pull out that sort of caliber of pool, does the matchroom events not interest you? Just to think, do you know what? I'm going to give a couple of these a go just to see how I fare, because you would fare so strong in them, surely.
I would say that the hardest part there is the logistical side, because it's really hard for me to manage to play them. They start on Tuesdays, right? So it would be taking some days off, and also, yeah, I mean, for us, it's really hard to manage also the family. We have 2 kids, right? Okay, so we always have to see, okay, I want to I want to enable Ina to play the tournaments, and this takes away that takes away a lot of the family time, right? Yes. And so yeah, it's just tough, because when I play matchroom event, we certainly cannot go there together, right? So always one of us has to stay home, take care of the kids. I mean, we have a lot of help from our parents, but again, it's just tough. So maybe I will play a matchroom event, but on the other hand, I'm not really sure if I really will take the time for that.
Even in Fulda, right, the European Open, it's like 1.5 hours from here, so it's not far away. But there's so much time you have to spend there, days, and also it's quite a lot of costs.
But the cost is not really the issue, but just and maybe also following through on that, right? Really do that. Take the time. I would say just from the type of event, it would be interesting, because, as I said, I don't play that many tournaments, and I choose the tournaments I really like to play. That I would say was also the part on the when I played much more, and I played, I would say, really to earn some money. The part I really did not like, that you had to play all the tournaments, also the crappy ones.
Right.
right? And so now I take the freedom to choose the tournaments I want to play.
Yeah, sure. So Ina, how does it work in regards to do you get backing by the federation to go to the Euro tours, or is that, how does that work? Because I see whether it's whether it's the Germans or the Polish or the Czechs, you've all got the shirts on. You're all like a big family. How does all that work? So that's all provided for you, or did you have to go out and how does it all work? Because I'm quite intrigued to find out how that operates and how you get the backing to play these events.
Yeah, we have a national team, and this national team gets support from the federation. So we can get the money from the flights back and the hotel costs and everything. So that's quite good, but only for Euro tours. And only for 9-ball World Championships. So the 10-ball World Championships, for example, we have to pay.
Does that include entry fees as well, or is it just flights and hotels? Oh, so you you get everything.
Yeah, when we get it from for certain tournaments, then we get the whole package, but we have to pay back 40% of the prize money. So,
5%
but that's
how many percent? Sorry, how much of a percent?
40%.
Oh, 40.
Yeah, do you know what? That's part and parcel. That's they're giving you the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
So,
but and of course the federation doesn't get rich out of it or something, because when they get the prize money or part of the prize money, then they have a certain pot where they can put it out for the players again. So it's not that
how many players are on the federation? I mean, for yourself, Germany, how many is there a limit? I mean, do they say, oh, we can only have 8 players on our federation?
It's really hard. It's really hard to stay on the team. And for example, last year there was Kim Bitzel on the national team too, but she was like was a margin that she was kicked out. So and that was really hard for her, because of course there's money issues when you have to play every Euro Tour to get back on the national team. And this is it's really
and there's some like five players, right?
Now we're 5. I think it will be
5 female players and also some men.
Yeah.
So would it be 5 male, 5 female? Probably.
I think there are 7 male or something. I think there are more. I have to remember.
But something around 10 in total, you could say.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, Ina, when are we going to see you enter the Women's World Championship and take it down? Because again, I can't praise you enough on your ability. When are we going to see that? Because Jorn, I know that you already know this. Your wife cannot not go into these big tournaments and come out a world champion. You must.
She does,
I know you know that already. So when are you gonna lift that world crown?
But I can say I know that she can play a lot better than she normally does on the tournaments.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's not easy actually. Or it's with the kids. I was 2 times pregnant, and then like 1 year or something. I think 1 year it costs me. Of course, I played after 3 months.
Leave her alone and give her a chance. You've got 2 children.
Hey. The second one was her idea.
No. No more kids. We know. But yeah, it's like after the birth, I was playing tournaments again. I think 3 months after the birth. So yeah. I was playing, but it's like you have to focus again on the game, on the matches, on the winning and everything, and you have to get the effort again into the practice and the tournaments. Of course, this year I played the first time. I played in Atlantic City, the 9-ball World Championships in January. So that was the first time after my first kids. So 8 years ago, I played the last 9-ball World Championships, because it's always overseas. So
Yes.
this was nice at the 10 World World Championships in Klagenfurt in Austria.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Did you go into that? How did you get on
Yeah,
there?
I played last year, and then I lost in the last 16 against Jasmine.
Okay.
And this year I was 17th. So for a round before that, I lost. Yeah, that was a little bit tough. But I won against Seo Sua, the young.
yeah. Well, she's
what's
the
her
name at the moment,
Taiwanese?
isn't she?
No,
So that's a
Korean.
good. That's
Korean.
fantastic.
South Korean.
Yeah,
She's really good.
Yeah,
she's very good. Wow, that's great to hear that you've taken them down. So you are actually putting yourself in these events at the moment where you can, like on the world stage, so to speak.
Yeah. And I always look out for the tournaments that I want to play, and I want to play the European Championships and everything. But it's so much time that you have to spend. We have to the holidays and stuff. The kids, our daughter is in school now, so we're really depending on the parents, on our grandparents that they take care of the kids, and also I want to be there for them. So it's like
finding the right balance again, right?
The balance. Yeah.
So, Jorn, are we going to see you on any of the? Like I say, I know what we've spoken about so far. Are we going to see you on any of the Euro tours coming up this year potentially? Just maybe the odd one or two. Is that in your schedule potentially?
Not really, because the Euro tour we really like to play together. The one in Austria in St. Johann, where we met, right?
Yes.
This one is not there anymore on the calendar. Or is it? Is it again? Is it again?
I think in May.
So maybe that one, because it's just such a cool venue, and right.
It's great, isn't it?
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
So,
do you know what? I couldn't believe it when they, the local shop. I couldn't believe that they closed it like the day before the event starts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? Then you've got to go into the town and bring all your bags back and all that. It's like, oh God, when you got this stomach that I'm carrying around, I don't need to see that.
No, but maybe that one. I think apart from that, no, I don't think I will play a Euro tour.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, what, Ina? How many for all the Euro tours that go on? Do you enter all of them? Like, is there any that you miss or anything just through the commitments with the family, or are you able to go into all of them?
I maybe skipped the one before the European Championships, because when I get selected or nominated for the European Championships, then the Euro Tour is like the reason that it's like 18 days or something.
Oh, well, that's too long.
Straight on. So that's too long for me. So that's what I did the last years. Always, I skipped the Euro Tour before or after the European Championships, because it was just too much time there. But we will see. Maybe the kids are getting older.
Yeah.
And it's not that complicated anymore, and they're used to that mom is away for tournaments. So I think it's also good. It's good for them that they see that.
Jorn, I think that I'll probably see you in the over 40s, over 50s category coming up.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
Because
Seniors World Championships. Maybe that one. Yeah.
I don't see you there.
Okay, but it will be a few more years.
Yeah. No, because I was talking to Gree about it, because I'm not going to play any of the Matchroom events personally, because I'm not interested in going to Hanoi and places like that. Although I can go, I don't want to go to Vietnam and places like this. And the fact that now that you're being sort of forced to choose on which tour you want to play on, I find the Euro Tour fantastic. The setup's great. The David Morris, Gree, and the gang are fantastic. The players are great. It's a great atmosphere at these events, and I'm not jeopardizing 6 or 7 of those Euro Tours just for 2 or 3 European events and then missing out on the rest of them, So So what my point is, I was talking to Gree, hence why I said about the age. I said, how can I enter the Predator 8-ball tournament? Because I wanted to go for that. He said, well, now you're over 50. He said you'll be able to come to the seniors and try and qualify through that way. And I started scratching my chin. Okay, over 50.
Give it a go.
Yeah, I'll give it a good go. So we'll see how we go. So, yeah, well, guys, I'll tell you what, it's been absolutely... Matt, have you got anything else to add to these guys? Because it's been fabulous having them on.
It's been great. I mean, only really, I mean, you were just sort of going to covering it there, but about the Matchroom, the WPB, the whole divide at the moment going on. I'm guessing you guys are probably going to be staying on the Euro Tour and that side of things, rather. If hopefully you won't have to choose as a player, because it's not right. I mean, I think as a player, you should be able to play in whatever you want, whether it's a Matchroom tournament or a Euro Tour event or a European Championship. Why force people to choose? I mean, it's not fair, really, if you ask me. But I'm guessing you guys are probably, it makes more sense for you to just play the Euro Tour events, because that's what you're used to, that you're getting your federation funding to play on them. Why bother? As Gareth said, you got to travel all over the world to play on 6 or 8 Matchroom events a year, and obviously the costs are going to be a lot more for you to do that. You said they won't give you sponsorship to play in them events, I'm guessing, somehow. So you're going to have to pay all that yourselves, and I mean, it's a shame, really, because I think you should just play whatever. Why make people choose?
I mean, if I were to play professional and I would have to choose, I probably would choose Matchroom now, because I just think maybe there's more, a bigger chance that it goes the right direction.
Yeah, I certainly agree with that, definitely. Yeah.
But hard to say. Sure, it's.
I mean, their events, the production of their events. I said to Alex earlier. I mean, they're getting better every time. I mean, the coverage is good. I mean, it's a lot more accessible now, because they have the YouTube streaming for the first few days and the different tables, and the quality of the cameras they use for the streaming now, it's brilliant. It's not low res stuff that you used to get several years back. I mean, the quality of the camera's good. They've got the cloth down to the right color, the balls and everything. It works. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see where it all goes next year. I don't know.
And the one positive thing I see in all of that is that there's a little bit competition between these the Matchroom and the WPA, and hopefully there will be.
They'll work it all out, maybe.
Yeah, I was quite surprised.
Development in the right direction.
And competition drives change, right? So
sure.
And that's one thing in the last years there was no big development at all in pools, so we need that a lot. So hopefully it will end good for pool, and we'll see.
Yeah, for sure. I was quite surprised with the Qatar Open. It was only I think it was only Joshua that was out of the big names that actually went there, and they all went to the tournament before Hanoi. I couldn't believe that you would have people like Van Bonin and Feder Gorst not going to go and try and win $50,000. That was I thought that was quite an eye opener for me, because they still had the opportunity to go and win that sort of money in Qatar, and they chose not to. And they played in a tournament where it was like, I think it was like, again, it's still good money, don't get me wrong, but they chose a tournament where it was like $12,000 to the winner instead of the 50,000 check that Joshua picked up.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, it's good that they now have the choice, right? And that maybe what I said, that I had to play, or you would have to play all crappy tournaments. That seems to change a bit now. Now you can choose between tournaments, and you can also choose maybe to not play one or two. Yeah, and sure. Still there are enough good tournaments and also well-paid tournaments to play. So there obviously is a change happening, and let's see where it's going.
Yeah, well, hopefully it goes in the right direction. But what's to say next year that there isn't a new organization, a new federation that just gets created, and they're all singing, all dancing, and everybody jumps on their bandwagon instead? You never know.
I don't see that, but
maybe you never know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if they find a new millionaire who likes to put the money in, yeah.
You never know. I mean, who knows? We'll wait and see, I guess. But no, it's been great for you to come on. Thanks for coming on again. I mean, it's been really interesting to hear your little backstory there, how you got started playing each other. Just one other thing from me, really. I want to know, when you're practicing there between yourselves on the table, who tends to win the most?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's such a good player.
Yeah,
And
no, he's brilliant.
yeah,
I
we actually we play a lot matches where I get like 2 points
2
ahead.
games on the wire. So something like race to 7, 2 games on the wire for her. That's what say.
Then it's really interesting, and it's always like that I win a bunch of, and then
something like two to 3 games on the wire, depending on personal form currently.
Yeah.
I would say this is the break even
But
spot
sure,
for us.
another thing though, I mean, when you're playing and you're playing these really competitive games, I'm pretty sure they probably will be competitive between yourselves.
They are.
That's got to bring your game on. That's got to bring your game on even more as well, because you're playing a really high standard of player. You know,
right.
and you've said Jordan's got the better of you usually, but when you're beating him and you're raising your game, that's got to help you for when you go in on your tournaments.
Of course. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, look, Gareth, I mean, anything else you want to just add in there before we?
You know, all I can say, I'm looking forward to the next calendar year and just seeing the progress of Ina coming along. Because I will be at the Euro Tours. I'm not saying I'm not talking out of the box. I'm just stating the obvious. So it's going to be great to be able to monitor the next year, see you win a few tournaments, and absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, Ina, the World Championship is at your beck and call. You've just got to step up and take it. So
okay,
I'll be following with awe over the coming time. And Jorn, hope to see you again in Austria. If we are in Austria, it's going to be, get this. You said we met 15 years ago. I bet you that when we go to Austria, I bet we're drawn against each other.
That would be cool.
It would be cool, wouldn't it?
If not, then we meet on the bar.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Do you know, I've got a tournament. I just got a quick story, actually. I was playing in a Euro Tour back in Spain in 14, 15 years ago. And I used to, you know, the golf.
That was a cool Euro Tour.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's awesome. But they were. I used to have golfers put teddies on their golf clubs. I used to have a teddy on my cue case, and I can't think of the German guy that I was playing. I was playing some German guy in the last 32, and I'd been out getting drunk all night with Darren Appleton and a few others in the casino, and I was due to play at 10 o'clock, and I went to bed at about 6 o'clock in the morning. And when I got up after going to just for a couple of hours, I went to play this German guy. Marcus Truder, maybe? I don't know, Marcus something. But
was Marco Chudi?
It could be, yeah.
Marco Chudi, Swiss guy?
No. I've got the wrong name then. But anyway, what made it worse? My teddy was a monkey, and the German guy started eating a banana. Well, anyway, David Morris came over and told me to behave, and I had to forfeit the game. It was in the last 32 because the moral of the story was I was so drunk that I couldn't let the guy not give my monkey a piece of the banana. They were the good times, John. That's what I'm trying to reminisce.
Yeah, that changed a lot. Yeah, we don't drink anymore. So.
But then actually, I'm pretty sure we met on those tournaments, because it was then in Hotel Torre Quebrada, I think was the name of the hotel, and I played there 2 or 3 times as well. Yeah.
They were the good old days, mate. They were the good old days. But lovely to have you on, guys. Thank you so much. First husband.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And we look forward to seeing you guys again very soon.
Brilliant. Okay.
Take care.
Thanks,
Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.